Hey gamers, I am Kay Purcell, lead editor at Gaming Trend, and we're here today to play some of The Gardens Between. This is a new game by the Voxel Agents, and it is breathtaking, to say the least. The Gardens Between is a story about childhood, memories, and time. So as you can see, we're in these weird little floating islands. I'm able to swap around between locations because I've actually beaten the game at this point. I'm going to show you one of the islands and then give you a little bit of a look at how some of the mechanics play in a different level, because this is really an imaginative, visually stunning, mentally stimulating game. This is one of my favorite locations. It's not my favorite island or favorite set of puzzles, simply because my favorite is the final, but I don't want to be that person who shows you how to beat the last level before the game has even come out. So we're going to start with this one. This is a story of two friends and their journey through memories and time. So the controls are really simple. I push the forward button to move time forward. I let go and time stands still. And if I push the thumbstick left, it actually winds time backwards. So you don't actually control either character, Fent or Ariana. You control the flow of time that they travel through. You use only the thumbstick and the A button, and we're going to show the A button right here because Fent can interact with these chimes. And by clicking a chime, you can actually control parts of the game, move certain items through time independently of the two children. So that didn't seem to do much, so we're just going to continue forward and kind of see what happens on this little island and figure out what puzzles we need to work our way through. I love how much personality both of the characters have, even though this game is entirely wordless. There's nothing spoken, there's no text, there's 0 words. Fent really likes gadgets, so every chance he gets, he'll come and he'll play with gadgets and press buttons. Ariana likes to take the long way around and gets a little impatient if Fent messes around too much. So we need to get through this cloud. We need Ariana's lantern to be lit in order to do so. As you can see, we don't have any light. Those yellow flowers up there usually create light though. So let's see if we can't get this glass dome off of this light. One of the tricks of this game is not just what happens when time moves forward or backwards, but what happens when it stands still. And that we caused the glass to resonate and crack over that flower, which is just an amazingly cool mechanic in my mind. So we still can't get through that darkness, so let's wind time backwards and see what else we can figure out. What else can we interact with here? Those spinning numbers look like they're going to be important. There are certain ones that are bright, so there we go. We're going to have to remember that number right there. Because I remember seeing a keypad, so let's go find that. Fent, we don't need that paper right now, so let's put it back to the starting position because I feel like it's going to be important. And all the way back to the keypad. Okay, so here we go. We need, I wrote it down because I am not bright, 6, 4, 4, 6, 7, 6. Okay, and we have lit up that monitor, and let's go see what we are printing now. Move time forward, and we get... So this is a darkness flower, and it will actually suck some of the light from Ariana's lantern. One of the most challenging gamer thoughts there is to overcome in this game is that you don't always want the lantern lit. Sometimes using the darkness is necessary to bridge a gap. So figuring out when your lantern needs to be lit, when it doesn't need to be lit, and how to get it not lit when it needs to not be, can often be a big challenge. But we don't have anything to light our lantern with. We need something to light the lantern with, not suck the light out. So let's try again and see what this option does. Fent, if you would, sir. And the flower's gone. And what do we get this time? Boy and girl and stars. Cute. Sentimental. I'm not sure how it helps us. Does walking behind the paper do anything? No. I don't see anything different here. Hurry up, Fent. I do love how if you look down, like where Fent is standing behind him, you can actually see the treehouse there. So you really do get a 360 view of these islands. Like they are completely immersive. Everything is there where they're supposed to be. I really love how much detail and love went into this game. Every puzzle felt fair. I never felt like I needed to consult a guide about how to beat this game, which was great. There were no tricks. Everything was just observation and creative thinking, and sometimes some really difficult creative thinking. Okay, let's try this one. Will this be the one? Printer. Okay, so this is a block that Ariana can actually put her lantern into and it will carry it around, but he seems to be running from me and he still doesn't light my lantern. So I don't think that one's going to help us. Let's put the paper back. I think there's only one more option, so we might not have to try too much longer. It's cool how they just appear and vanish behind the paper. There's a couple of really tricksy moments which are just amazingly fun in this game. One thing to note too is the Gardens Between isn't terribly long. I think I beat it in a little under 4 hours. Okay, last one. But it's a masterpiece in minimalist storytelling. It tells everything it needs to without adding fluff, without adding unnecessary. It's beautiful and concise and very, very... Ooh, we got a chime. Let's see what this chime's going to do. It's very good at evoking your own memories. It doesn't spend a whole lot of time focusing on the story. It leaves enough room. What do we got? Oh, okay, that not only banished the darkness, it dropped open a bridge so we can get across to the top of the island. As I was saying, it does a really great job of just evoking your own childhood memories. Fent reminds me so much of my childhood best friend. And I finished this game with the overwhelming urge to pick up the phone and give him a call, which is one of the best things I could say about this title, honestly speaking. Okay, here we go. We have the lantern. We have to get Fent up here. Sometimes getting both kids up there at the same time can be a challenge. And we press the A button, and we have cleared this island. So this is going to take us right into the next one, which I'm not going to show you how to beat this one, but I do want to show you... Oh, here, first we're going to get some icons, you know, what they were playing with. This is going to form a constellation, and once you collect all of the constellations, you're going to move on to the final island and the end of the game. Here we're right into the next island. This one, I'm not going to play it through, but it's so cool that I want to show you just a little bit of how this one looks. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of dinosaur bones here. And there's one of those little hoppy things I told you she can put her lantern in, running around in the background. And independently of the kids, we can now construct and reconstruct a skeleton. And what's cool is you can pause it at just about any point in the process. And you're going to have to, it's not just beginning or end, it's not completely together or completely falling apart. What's many of the middle stages, exactly where the bones are falling, are really important. So that's just kind of a brief look at the Gardens Between. It's out now on Nintendo Switch. It's amazing. You should all check it out. If you like what you see, be sure to check out my full review on Gaming Trend. There's a link in the description. Thank you for watching.